Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of this complete Assetto Corsa modding series. In this episode we're gonna actually drive our car, finally. So we're gonna make physics for it. And first of all we will run it in game. So that's where we finished last episode. We have skins folder, UI folder, and BLZ Mustang, so your KN5 folder. Now, to start off, we're gonna find some similar car, so I will check for some rear wheel drive cars. I don't know, maybe GTO or I want something that's kind of similar to this one and doesn't have too complicated aerodynamics or setup. So I want something fairly stock. Let's go for the M3 for now. We're gonna edit most of the physics anyway, so don't worry about choosing the right one at the start. So unpack data in content manager, and we have the data folder from the BMW. Now go to your car folder, so it's gonna be Mustang convertible. I'm gonna do that, and now create folder called data. And now what we're gonna need to begin with is aerodynamics plus all aerodynamic load files, so all of the aerodynamic data. I'm also gonna copy brakes, cameras, why not, car ini, collider, dashcam, driver 3D, drivetrain, electronics, okay, engine and power load, lots ini, mirrors I don't need for now. I'm gonna need tires and all tire load files, so for all tire types that are here, and also setup ini. Alright, I copied everything. Now the only file we will change for now is lots ini. We're gonna put our KN5 name here, so BLZ Mustang, delete all other LODs, and set this to high value, like 2000. Okay, now we have data files. Another thing, from here we will need animations folder, and inside we will have steer and shift. Next, texture folder. Okay, this is actually empty for the M3, so let's copy that, and we're gonna put our flames texture here later. And collider, we're gonna need collider KN5. We will make our own collider later, but for now let's use that. And driver base position as well. Okay, so that's it. And now in CM showroom I'm gonna generate ambient shadows. Don't worry about the settings for now. You can choose fit and update ambient shadows. You can mess around with this later if you decide to have some better shadows. For now, let's focus at the basics. We have, as you can see, body shadow, tire shadows, and we should have ambient shadows ini, right? And now we should be able to run the car actually, or not, We don't have sound files yet. So open car in content tab, replace sound, and select something with V8 and vintage, for example. What do I have? Maybe Buick GSX. I shall see later. I will definitely change the sound later for something more appropriate. For now, let's just go for this one. And let's open the game. And hopefully it will run just fine at our first try. No, it won't. Cannot create suspension. Type for wheel 0. What? What do you mean? Oh, alright. I didn't copy the suspension ini. That is very important file, so yeah. You obviously need suspension in your car. And now we should be able to run the car. Don't worry about this, that's some issue with my drivers, so alright, as you can see, we have a car, and I'm actually quite surprised because the wheels are already in fairly good position. It shouldn't be like that in most cases, but that's great. Our driver is also in fairly nice position. We will edit him later, but for now you can actually drive your car, so that's the first part. We just made sure that our car runs in game. So for now, what I suggest to do is to make a backup of your data, just to have some point you can come back to when you encounter some bugs. So yeah, that's the first part, making the car run in game. We are successful, so now we're gonna move to the next part, which will be actually making a proper physics for it and also setting all properties. Okay, so now that we have our car running game, we can focus on adjusting all the stuff. So for now, as a reference, I chose my Lexus RCF, and now I'm gonna copy flame textures from it. Not here, they are supposed to be in flames folder. Alright, so that's one thing, and that's actually all from the files for now. Now I will want to adjust driver position. So, or no, actually now we're gonna focus on car ini and suspension ini. So I'm gonna choose car ini, and I'm gonna choose suspensions ini. From both will be visible on screen. So right now you're gonna go to CM showroom and align using data. as you can see, the wheels are not exactly in the correct position. And now we're gonna use Google to look for proper data for the car. So yeah, let me Google it real quick. For example, Ford Mustang Mark I weight distribution. Mark I, about 58% on the front due to the heavy V8 engine. So first thing we're gonna edit is CG location. That's front weight distribution in percentage. We're gonna choose 58. And when I save this in CM showroom, my wheels will move. That's perfectly normal, don't worry about that. Now I'm gonna set the wheelbase. Auto data is awesome site, by the way. I really recommend using it for your physics. I'm gonna choose Ford Mustang Mark I convertible. I'm gonna choose the top version. And now, actually, can I use English version of this site so you can actually understand what I'm doing? Yep, I can. Great. Ford Mustang convertible 1, top version, and great. Now I'm gonna search for wheelbase. Wheelbase is 2763. So that's what I'm going to say. 27. What was it again? Sorry, my memory is not the best. 6.3. Alright, that's the wheelbase. And now I'm gonna use graphics offset to set the correct position for the wheels. So that's here, I believe. Yep. So it's gonna be on minus for sure. And you basically adjust this value to match your vehicle's wheel position. Actually, it's gonna be a little bit more to the front, I believe. That seems correct for now. It's not perfect. I will probably edit it later as well. But for now we have this. Now we're gonna set track length in front suspension and rear suspension sections. You have track. That is basically track length of your axis. So distance between left and right wheel. So front track 1407. I'm gonna set front track 1407. That's quite narrow actually. Let's see if we have offsets. No, we don't. Alright, so we can actually adjust it because sometimes the track length is given to us like from the center of the wheel and sometimes from the side of the wheel. So we could adjust it slightly to look better. I'm gonna set it to this value, for example, and I'm gonna add the same value on the rear, so rear track 422, rear track 422, and I'm gonna add 005, and yeah, we've got the track length set. Now another part. We will actually take care of the car ini for now. So all the values right here. I'm gonna name it Ford Mustang Mark 1 convertible, and now I will open my Lexus for better reference, because apart from screen name you can also set short name, which will be displayed on the scoreboard in game. So I'm gonna name it Mustang Mark 1 Conf. Now graphic offsets are fine. Total mass. How much does this car weight? 1243. And now to that weight you want to add 75 kilograms. So just to picture it for you, 1 4 1 2 4 3 plus 75, that's gonna be our weight in car ini. That's because 75 is a default value for driver weight in Assetto Corsa. So 1318 will be our value, 318. And actually we can go to the UI now and edit this as well. So here I will edit, wait, 1243. Here we give the weight without the driver. And I can actually set other values now as well. So I'm gonna set power is 271, torque, it's actually not shown here on this website. Let's see, Ford Mustang Mark 1 47 engine, 271 and 423 for the Newton meters, 4223 Newton meters. Top speed is gonna be, is it shown here? Nope, it's not shown on auto data. So top speed, this is just a reference data for now. Alright, 115 mph. $185. And now also 470-100 is gonna be 7.5. 7.5. We've got the UI covered. Don't worry about this for now. We will make engine later. For now, let's focus on the basics. So we're going back to car ini. This will be set in game, so also don't worry about that for now. Force feedback, also we're gonna take care of that later. Fuel. Fuel tank capacity is max fuel. So fuel injection tank capacity 61 liters. Fuel tank position I'm pretty sure it's in the rear, so I'm gonna actually use showroom for that. I will update model, and now I will choose fuel tank, and I will click T for transforms, and I'm gonna set position for the fuel tank, which will be here. Great. Save moved points. Alright, next part, we're gonna set, yep, you can reload the file now. We're gonna set what to do next. Let's set the drive position, because that's fairly easy. You do this in CM showroom as well. So let's choose driver, movable driver, and now with this box you can resize your driver, and you can also change his position behind the wheel. So let's do that. He should be even smaller. Nice. Alright. And now... Damn, he is really small right now. Let's maybe rotate him a bit. Alright, now he appears to be a little bit bigger. Alright, let's leave it like that for now, or maybe move him down a bit, move him back, make him a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bit bigger again. That's gonna be fine, I believe. Yep, and now move him back, move him up. As you can see, right, something went wrong when I moved my camera. As you can see, doing stuff in here is pretty straightforward. It just takes time sometimes, so all you need is patience, not really any skills to do that. The only skill you need is pretty much googling stuff, so looking for data about certain cars. Alright, that's gonna be fine, I believe. Maybe a little bit to the front, to the left now. Alright, now save position, save KN5, and our driver is positioned. Next, fuel tank collider. Don't worry about this 3D collider for now. Here we will set 2D collider. That is in colliders ini. Let's open the showroom again and let's move it back a little bit. Actually, let's set it at 0. Move it up 23. Alright, that seems correct for now. Yep, that's gonna be fine. This is basically position of your floor, so how low is your floor of your car. So that's basically it. Now wings. For wings, first you want to find a car that has similar aerodynamic properties. So M3 is maybe a little bit too extreme. We want something old and yeah, not so agile. So let's see my cars actually. Did I make something from year, let's say, older than 80s? Hyundai Pony will be alright, I believe. And actually, I think I will go for that. Or maybe Fiat. Let's go for the Hyundai Pony. Data is unpacked already, great. Let's choose aero-ini. And all aerodynamic files. Copy it to Mustang folder. That's gonna be our base. Now I'm gonna reposition the wings. So wings. Front is actually alright. Body should be somewhere in the middle, so it's alright as well. Rear, let's maybe move it a little bit up to match the rear part of the car. And for now, let's leave it at that. If you want to create accurate aerodynamics, I won't teach you that because it's quite complex topic, but I really recommend this file by Arc. He made very good documentation of Assetto Corsa physics. So here you can see description of all properties. You can look for aero. No, he actually doesn't have aerodynamic part. Oh, okay. He actually doesn't have aerodynamics. So for aerodynamics, you want Kuno's documentation, which I showed you in first episode. But I will quickly go through the properties in aero-ini. Sorry, not this. Alright, so you have few wings here. Let's maybe use front wing as an example. Chord and span is the size of your wing. This does of course impact the area of aerodynamic impact, so it's quite important to set it correctly. Let's choose wings and let's choose other values. As you can see, span is width of your wing and chord is length of your wing. Sorry. Position is basically just a position. You set that in here in CM showroom. And now load files. AOA is area of attack, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. And CL is coefficient of lift. So the let's maybe open the load file first. So let's open AOA CL, so coefficient of lift. Here it's set at 0 actually, but as you can see, each 0 has minus in front of it. That's because minus lift is basically a downforce, right? So if you have this as that plus, then the air is kinda lifting your car. And if you have this at minus, then you have minus lift, so you have downforce, so your car is pushed to the ground. I hope you understand that. That's kind of weird way to do that, but it's actually quite simple once you start working with it. And the other property in aerodynamics is here, CL gain. So this is just a multiplier for your load file. If you want to increase aerodynamics easily, you can just set it to higher value. And CD is coefficient of drag, so how much air slows you down with speed. This also is quite simple. LUT is just higher value is higher drag, so lower top speed aerodynamically. Angle also impacts, of course, area of attack. So by choosing angle, you can basically just rotate your wing, sorry, I don't know why I'm saying wheel all the time. And this you should actually leave at default because those are the natural values, kinda. That's basically how much each zone impacts your aerodynamics. Alright, so those are the wings. I hope you understand how they work now. And yeah, let's move to another part. Next part will be the tires. So, did Ark cover tires? Yep, he did. So you can read more about tires here in section number 3. Where is this? Tires ini. Yeah, you can read more about certain properties right here in Arc physics pipeline. I will cover just the basics. So you have the tires ini. File looks like this. Here you have actually 2 sets of tires, no, 3 sets of tires. Alright, so you have 3 sets of tires. For each compound you have front section, rear section, thermal front and thermal rear. Thermal are obviously parameters connected to your heating of the car and cooling your tires. So yeah, that's it. And here you have multiple quite advanced properties which you probably won't use unless you want your own perfectly matched tires. So yeah, first of all, let's maybe set the correct size of your tires. So you have your tires right here. Let's go for wheels and let's see what wheel size does this Mustang have in real life. Probably it won't be here. Oh yeah, it's actually here. 205 will be the width of the tire, so front 205 and rear will also be 205, right? Right. Rear will also be 205. As you can see, the area changed. Now let's change the radius of your tire. Let's set it to, let's start with front 03 29 29 looks alright. I basically recommend having a little bit below the actual tire mesh size, so your car doesn't levitate and the tire deforms slightly when you're moving. And rim size is actually perfect. It's also 14-inch rim. For in rim radius, you want to use like one size more than the actual rim. So for example, if I have 14-inch rim, I want to put 15-inch here, but in meters. So convert 15-inch to meters, and that's what you should get. And let's set the same size for the rear with radius, rim radius, and actually angular inertia. Front and rear. Just copy this here. and that's your tire like size. So you have your tire size, and now what you want to do is to find the right tires. There are a few ways to find your tires. First way is obviously just take tires from mod with good physics. If you're taking it from someone else's mod, then please give them a credit in mod description. You can also just take it from Kunos cars. So for example, it's pretty old car, so let's choose something vintage. So year 1970. Lambo Miura will be great, I believe. So folder, data, tires, and let's see, what does it have? It has vintage Pirelli tires. That's gonna be alright. So we're gonna take thermal properties. We're gonna leave width, radius, rim radius, and inertia the same. Or actually, I will take the inertia from here as well. So I'm gonna move this to another view and copy this to our Mustang. So I don't need more tires for now. I will delete all kinds of modern tires from here, and I will copy these properties and these properties. Front bank. Alright, we have our tires. Let's name it vintage. And just like that, you have your tires from another car. The other way to make tires is to use AI. You could use replace tires function and create new. This will load your car, all cars that you have, and you can select tires from the list to make your own tires. So the AI will generate the tires based on machine learning, and you will get somewhat tires from average of the other samples that you gave your CM. So you could use that to generate your own tires. I never really use this. I have my tires set in files, so I edit these properties, but again I won't cover this because it's quite complicated. The only thing I will cover about the tires is load files. So I just deleted semi-street, street 90s from my files, so I will delete that. I will go to Lambo Miura and I will now select tire curve and tire LUTs. I'm gonna copy them here and here. Here is the wear curve for rear and front, street rear, and here is the thermal curve, T curve underscore street. You can read what that is in arc physics pipeline. Great, I've got ads. Alright, so it's called performance. Oh, he actually didn't cover it. Alright. Alright, so if arc doesn't help you, I will. Performance curve is basically how your tire reacts for temperature changes. So the formula for this is temperature curve. Here is the temperature of your tire, and here is the percentage of grip it will have at this particular temperature. So as you can see, for this tire between 75 and 85 degrees, your grip will be optimal, and other temperatures will not be quite that optimal. The other load file is street front, street rear, so it's wear curve. So here is the virtual kilometers. So let's just call that wear. Here is the level of wear, and here is the grip at this level. So more virtual kilometers, less tire grip. So that's pretty much it for the tires. Okay, now let's take care of different files. So let's take care of the mirrors, for example. They are very easy to make. Just your mirrors are name of your mesh for your mirrors. So if I have two mirrors for my Mustang, this is called mirror right. So I will simply change the name. It doesn't matter if which one is first. Just put your mirrors here, and mirrors work great. Another part, flames. Let's put the working flames ini from my Lexus actually. Flame presets and flames. You need those two files. Now go to CM showroom again and go to car menu, flames. As you can see, they are not exactly where they should be, so I can just move flame 0 right here. Let's position this nicely. It should start a little bit inside of the exhaust pipe. Let's center it nicely, and I think that's gonna be alright. Great, saved move points. Now go to flames ini, position updated for flame 0, and now I will delete other flames. I don't need them. I will duplicate this flame 1. I will just change X position to minus to mirror it, and I have two flames. This one is not left, this one is left, so yeah. That's the flame. Pretty straightforward. Next, what do we have next? Let's take care of the brakes maybe. Front share is brake bias, let's set it at 70. Max torque is pretty self-explanatory, let's leave it at a little bit smaller value. Handbrake torque will be a little bit smaller for this one, it's not adjustable. And for the discs, you want to put your brake disc meshes names here. So for example, if I had a brake disc here, I would want to copy the name and place it here. Since I don't have actual brake discs because I've got drum brakes, I will leave that empty. Next is cameras ini, that will be set in game. Dashcam also will be set in game. Drivetrain. Our car is rear wheel drive. Yep. I believe it will have 4 gears, so let's set it to 4 and let's make sure. 4-speed manual, yep. And now Ford Mustang Mark 1 4/7 gear ratios. Alright, so let me just look for that later, not to waste your time. And here you put your gear ratios, here is your reverse gear ratio, and here is your final gear ratio. So in other words, your gear ratio of differential. Differential will be open diff, so close to 0. Let's leave that untouched for now. This is basically how your auto shifter changes gears. Supports shifter is quite important. If it's set to 0, it's sequential. If it's set to 1, it's set to H pattern shifter. Clutch torque, you might want to increase that if you your clutch is slipping, if your car has too much power. Auto clutch, it's self-explanatory. Downshift profile as well. I don't want auto clutch actually. I don't want electronic auto blip as well. Auto shifter. What's the max RPM for this car actually? Alright, I saved you some time by looking for the information myself, and now for the Mustang there wasn't actually a strict RPM limit, but let's say the AI or auto shifter should shift at 6100 RPM. And now we will actually go to AI ini. Okay, I didn't copy AI ini, so AI ini. Up will be this will be down. That's the RPM basically at which AI shifts up or down. And the rest is fine, I believe. Ultra grip for extra difficulty is always nice. Let's set it to 1.2 will be cool, I believe. Now let's go to engine. Let's set, or actually no, let's go to electronics. This will be very simple because this car doesn't have electronics, so we set it to not present and not active. That's it. So yeah, if you actually have electronics, use rate for the strength of your or rather for the frequency of your traction control and ABS, and sleep ratio is how aggressive your settings are. So how much the wheel has to slide for the electronic controls to actually activate. Alright, now engine. Basics of the engine. Our power will be set in power load. Here we will set inertia, altitude sensitivity. We could set bigger inertia because it's quite big engine. Here ref limit, let's set at this point maybe, or rather, yeah, that one should be fine. Limiter hertz is frequency of your ref limiter. I want it to be slightly slower actually. Minimum RPM is idle RPM, so let's maybe set it to 1000 or even more. No, 1000 will be fine. Or actually, no, 800. Coast reference is the number of RPM where our coast curve starts, so how much your engine braking works. So I will set it above our limiter data, so let's set it at 660 for example. It will be linear, not non-linear coast data. This is a coast multiplier. Coast curve, we don't need that. And damage turbo, we are not using turbo, so don't worry about that. RPM threshold is RPM at which engine starts taking damage. It will be, yeah, let's set it here. And now the important part, we will set power for our engine. So I will actually go to this website called Assetto Corsa Torque Helper. It's available at JS Fiddle, right here. Run. No, I want to open it at new tab. Actually, let me copy the link because I've got this saved right here. Alright, here is some engine that I edited lately. I have no idea what that is, so yeah. Engine ini, you copy to this part, and here you have power load. So basically it's RPM line and engine torque at that particular RPM. So for example, if your car has 200 Newton meters at 3000 RPM, I'm gonna put 3000 RPM and 200 Newton meters, and the power will be adjusted automatically. So now let's look for a dyno graph for this car. Let's see if we can find one. Oh god, I already can see that we will probably have to convert it from pound feet. Yeah, exactly. I honestly don't feel like doing it right now. But alright. Let's assume that it has 270, what, 73, 71? 271 base horsepower at 6000 RPM, 271. And after that the power will drop. So sorry, you shouldn't put power here. Here you should put your torque. So if I want 271 horsepower, I need a little bit more torque. So I will experiment with that. 271 horsepower, great. At 6000 RPM. Now, Newton meters. Let's remind ourselves. Torque is here. 300 pound-feet, doesn't tell me much. $406 at 3700 RPM. So that's what I'm gonna to put here. 3700, and torque will be, I forgot again, 422. Alright, that's my base, and now I will develop the power curve for this car to be kinda smooth. I often develop it when I don't have access to dyno graphs. If I have access to dyno graphs, it's much easier because I just copy torque values for each RPM from dyno graph. But I believe I won't be able to find one for this particular car because it's pretty damn old at this point. So let's develop it by hand. I will actually make a time lapse for this because I don't want to bore you with that. And I will make another tutorial in the future where I will tell you more about this app because it's very powerful. You can add turbos to your car easily and edit dyno graphs. You can add turbo controllers. You can add your hybrid and it's very advanced tool. So when I'll be making a turbo hybrid car, I will definitely cover this in more detail. For now, just know that here you put your engine ini and here you develop your power load. So yeah, I will do that right now. Alright, let's leave it at that for now. I will edit it later to be more accurate, but that's not the point of this tutorial. The point is to show you how to make stuff. So I will open my power load, copy the values here. I will open my... Oh, actually I didn't edit anything in engine ini, so I will leave it at that for now. Okay, there is actually one thing I completely forgot to mention, which is transmission loss. Right now you copied your torque curve to power load, and once you recalculate it in Content Manager, you will get too high of a value. So for example, if you needed 271 horsepower, you are getting 273 in this case, but that's the power at wheels, while we are looking for power at crankshaft, so we need to calculate the transmission loss right now as well. So all of your power values, or rather torque values, you need to multiply by let's say from 85 to 95% depending on your car. In this case I will go for 87%. So basically this let me boot up the calculator for you. So 70 Newton meters times 0.87, which is 13% transmission loss, is 60.9, and that's exactly the value I will put here. Why is it only this one? Yep, I want all of them. Alright, so now when you go into alright, I actually closed my CM, or rather I think it crashed actually, never mind that. When you now recalculate your curves, you can set your transmission loss to, let's say, 12.2%, and now you will get actual 271 brake horsepower at crankshaft and not at the wheels. You always need to have it at crankshaft and not at the wheels. At the wheels you always want some kind of transmission loss of about 10%, let's say, on average. So yeah, now we have the correct data for our transmission. So remember, always calculate your transmission loss. And one more thing I want to show you is turbo, because you will probably use that quite frequently. I mean, a lot of cars do have turbos. So let's get through the parameters quickly. Here is turbo lag, of course. Here is max effective boost, so it should be actually set a little bit above the actual boost. And wastegate is max level of boost the car actually reaches effectively. It's it might sound a little bit weird, but basically here you put your maximum boost of your car, in this case 1.2 bar, and here you put a little bit higher value, like 0.1 higher or something. Display max boost is for digital instruments and analog instruments. What's the maximum boost that your instruments show from this particular turbo? Reference RPM and gamma are for setting. Let's maybe go to the dyno graph for this. Gamma is how quickly your turbo pressure builds up, or how smoothly rather. So that's the gamma. And reference RPM is at which RPM the turbo reaches its max RPMs. So if I set it to 3000 for example, you can see that where is the here is power from the turbo, the red line. You can see that it's getting smaller at lower values if I move the reference RPM up. So basically this is the, again, RPM at which turbo reaches maximum pressure. And as for the values, it's actually quite simple. The Assetto calculates it like base torque plus base torque times wastegate pressure. So if your wastegate is 1.2, then for example, let's say you have 100 Newton meters. Then your pressure is 1.2, so 1.2 times 100. This is power from the turbo, and to that you add your base power again, so you add 100 Newton meters, so you're getting 220. I will present this for 0, or rather not, it won't work for 0 because turbo is not at maximum pressure yet. So for 4000, let's say, I will set it to 100, and as you can see it's 220 because it's 100 plus 100 times turbo pressure, so 120. So this is basically how turbos work. You can add dynamic controllers to your turbo, but I won't cover that because again that's the topic for another tutorial where I cover this up in more depth. Great. We have our engine and we are almost done with our physics, I believe. What else do we have? Lights. You don't set lights in data. You will do that in CSP. That will be the next episode, the ext config. Those are the tires. This is the setup. I don't want to put anything in setup. Suspensions, we will have to take care of that. Is there anything else? I believe not. We have analog instruments and digital instruments, but I will not cover that in this tutorial because that is pretty broad topic as well. I already made a tutorial about that, and I will link the tutorial about analog instruments and digital instruments in the description of this video. Right, so I believe we are left with the suspension only, so let's take care of the suspension now. And actually after that I will also show you how to make extended physics for your car. Now for the suspension physics, where is the file? I thought I'd open it. Here? Yep. Alright. Let's put version to 4 actually for now. And what do we need? We will take care of the extended values later. For now we need to take care of the anti-roll bars and front and rear suspension. I won't do this right now because I didn't do research yet, but I will tell you how to work with that. Front and rear suspension are divided into, let's say, 4 different sections. I always divide them like that for my code to be more clear. Where is it? Progressive, right? Here. Great. And now, first there is a suspension type. You have 3 suspension types available. It's strut, double wishbone, and axle. For this car I will use rear axle, so I will need to add extra config for it. Axle is quite complicated actually, so I won't cover it here in details. I will cover the suspension geometry. But first, let's set it to strut, because this car has strut front suspension. And these values are basically coordinates of your elements of suspension. So if you go to CM showroom and go to suspension, you can see here is our suspension simulation. How do I explain it? Here you have your bottom wishbones of the suspension, and here you have like your strut. So by clicking T again, you can try to make kind of 3D model of your suspension. So you will need to take care of the angles of elements of your suspension. So you will need to edit these points. Here you can see all the parameters your suspension is taking. So you can take care of the KPI, caster and trail. I won't explain what that is because if you don't know what you're doing, honestly just take this from Kuno's cars, which have similar characteristics and similar suspension type. It's really complicated, but if you know what you're doing, take care of your values. So KPI, caster trail, set the proper Ackermann, etc., and take care of your angles and all of that stuff. And here, this one, by the way, is your steering rod. Same for the rear. Right now it's set to double wishbone, so it's actually very weird double wishbone in that case. So it would normally look more like this, let's say. But yeah, that's how you set your suspension. Again, if you don't know what you're doing and you're not looking for perfect suspension, just leave it at default. I will take care of that later, but that's too complicated for this tutorial. Maybe I will cover that in another one. And now, here you have toe, camber, spring rate and progressive spring rate. Spring rate is wheel rate of your suspension, and it's pretty much described here, so it's self-explanatory. And here you have your dampers setup. You can read more in ARC physics pipeline. You can also check some tutorials on making setups for cars. And you can also try and ask ChatGPT to generate basic values for you, but be extremely careful because while these values for this can be pretty fine in ChatGPT, it doesn't really do well with the ranges and bump stops, so be careful with this. And yeah, that's it for the suspension, I believe. I actually want to tell you about one more thing. When you set static camber and toe in your suspension, sorry, let's go back to the suspension, it's not the actual camber and toe you get in game, because camber and toe set in game are kinda affected by your suspension geometry and weight of your car and other parameters. So if you want to set your camber perfectly, exactly like you have in your real life car, you want to go into setup menu to suspension or alignment, yeah, here, and here you can see toe angle and camber angles. As you can see, when I set it to 1.2, it's actually about 1.6 right here. So you might want to edit that as well in game. So yeah. Now when I set it to, for example, 1.2, I go back to this file and I set camber to 1.2. Now I will tell you how to add extended physics. This is extremely easy, to be honest. You just first open car ini. In car ini you set version from 1 to extended 2 and set extension to rain depth equals 1. That's basically telling your Assetto Corsa that this car has extended physics and it should use extended physics if available. Sorry. Now suspension. Copy the extension parameter. This should be set to 4. This is wrong, by the way. Extension torque mode X equals 2. This enables latest parameter of extended physics for torque mode, which adds another like parameters for your suspension, I recommend using it. It enhances your realism very drastically. Fixed progressive rate is fixed if you are using progressive rates for your spring rates. I don't use progressive spring rates for this car, so it doesn't really matter. Double wishbone 2 uses new way of reading double wishbones by Assetto Corsa with extended physics. So you want to use that each time you are using double wishbones. And now the last part is anti-roll bars. You want to use extend equals 1 and for front and rear you want different motion ratio. And 1.0 is actually wrong. This is my old mod. So if you want to copy physics for my mods, go for the latest ones. Right here you should put different values like 0.9 on 0.95 for the rear. That's because motion ratio is basically the difference between the stiffness of your anti-roll bar directly and stiffness of your anti-roll bar at wheel hubs. So it's always a little bit different. That's why we use 0.9 or 0.8, something like that, for your motion ratios. And here you just put your stiffness in Newton meters of your anti-roll bars. So yeah, that's the extended physics covered. Now let's make a collider for our car. So you will want to make sure your data is aligned with the model and model is updated. Then you unpack your KN5. Then you go to the collider, you open the collider and unpack collider KN5. Now you go to Blender, put the collider into Blender, new collection for the car to keep things clean. You load your car into Blender and now go into edit mode after selecting the collider. You can actually delete it and add a new mesh. Let's start with a cube. I will add loop cut at the center, Ctrl R and delete half of the cube, and now I will mirror it. And now I can build my collider from this cube. So yeah, I just align the cube with the model, and that's basically how you make a collider. I won't show you the whole process because, let's be real, it's quite boring to be honest, so I will make the collider myself right now. And after I'm done making the collider, I will tell you how to move it into the game. The important thing is to work in edit mode and not to mess with origin of your collider mesh, just to make your job easier in the end. Okay, I've got my collider here. Now let's make sure it has proper face orientation. Yeah, it seems correct, but I also found a bug here. Okay. Don't worry about the correct geometry too much. It's just a simple 3D shape to take care of your collisions, so you don't need anything perfect for that. Now I will actually apply the transforms, convert to mesh, and now I can export it. Same export settings as your car, so let's see, here is the car, export it to the collider folder as the collider FBX. You can find my export settings in previous tutorial where I covered Blender. Now go into KS editor, open KN, open FBX, collider. Yeah, it's correct. So save KN5, car, collider KN5, overwrite, and collider should be alright now. Collider. Yep, we do have our collider ready. I actually forgot to include the bumper, but I think I'll leave it at that for now. Alright, so collider covered. One more thing I want to take care of today are the cameras, so let me open my development app environment. So I will go to camera editor app and onboard settings map. First, let's take care of onboard settings. Go to your first person camera, select auto pose. It's a little bit more too much to the front, so I will move it back. Yeah, I will definitely need to move the seats and maybe rescale them in Blender for the car to look alright. But let's say this position is where I want my driver head to be. And now I will save and save car ini. Next thing, I want to make dash camera, so I will move my camera right here. I want my camera to be around this position, but actually when you save dashcam it goes up a little bit for some reason, so let's go down, and I think this should be correct. So when I reset the game, the dashcam should be around here, should start around here, and it should look like this. I won't reset the game now, I will take care of the extra cameras. So that's F6 cameras, so when you click F6 you can cycle through extra cameras which are used in replays, for example. Let's select the first camera. We can adjust it right here and just set save for each camera. So when I want to set F6 camera, I can click F7, go to the position I want. For example, I want it to be here, so set save. F3, let's maybe give driver some attention. Set save. Camera number 4, maybe reverse camera. Set save. Camera number 5, I don't know, maybe rear seats. Set save. And last camera, I think that's actually alright. So now go cycle through F6 cameras, and as you can see they are updated. So that's how you update your cameras. Okay, so I think that's it for this tutorial actually. As you can see, the car is not perfect by any means. I need to raise the suspension, front suspension. I need to reposition the driver because yeah, that position is not ideal. I need to resize some parts of the model, but yeah. Uh, you basically have a knowledge of how to put your car into the game and how to work with data files. So, in the next episode, we will cover the CSP config. So, we will make our car look nicely, and we will make lights and stuff like that. Maybe custom materials. We'll basically take care of all ext config stuff. So, stay tuned for that one, and good luck with your modding. If you're willing to, I would be really grateful for support at Patreon, and the link will be in the description. So subscribe not to miss the next video, and see you next time.